The Democratic Republic of the Congo lies at the very heart of the African continent. Sadly, this great heart has been severely wounded and scarred by war, political corruption, oppressive poverty, and endemic disease. In 2003, through contacts in the DR Congo, International Children's Care became aware that one small group of orphans were in desperate need. ICC was informed that local families in the town of Goma had taken in these orphans, and even though these people were doing their best to care for the children, they didn't have the resources to do so over the long term. And because their capability to care for these orphans was severely limited, these children were in immediate danger of dying. One of those orphaned children was Martin. Both Martin's mother and father were killed in the Civil War. When Martin came to ICC's attention, he had been staying with an aunt who was too poor to care for him. Martin was malnourished. His hair was straight and yellow, his clothes were ragged, and he had no shoes. At 5 years old, Martin had to fend for himself. After learning of the plight of Martin and the other children, it soon became evident to ICC the urgent need of establishing a children's village in the DR Congo. Which brings us to a very unique place, an island that has become a safe haven for some of the DR Congo's 4 million orphaned children.
Congo's had a lot of conflict over the years. Millions of people have lost their lives. But here on this island of Ijwi, it's been a place where the conflict hasn't really come. There hasn't been fighting. And so this is where we have been building the Patmos Children's Village for about 170 children. Right here on this island, it's a peaceful place for children. Now, there have been a lot of effects from the war. We've had economic problems, hard to get food sometimes, prices have increased, but at least there's been safety on this island. We're bringing to this island some development, some opportunities. Right here, we're building a school, we're building homes, we're building opportunities in a future for these kids. Right behind me are a couple of the homes for the children. And over to my right here, you can see the homes and our new church that was built recently. Education is really important for our children. That's something that many children in these countries don't have the opportunity to have, even grade school education. Right down here is where we have some buildings that we're using right now for the children to go to school. They're temporary buildings made out of some simple wood and plastic. We're hoping to build a regular school soon. In fact, we're starting with some of the construction. So depending on if we get the money for this, we'll keep the construction going and hopefully have the children in a better facility very soon. This is the spot where we're building a secondary school for our children here in the island of Ijwi. We have about 170 children here. Many of them are old enough now to be in secondary school, about 50 of them. We're hoping that within 1 month we can start school using the basic structure of this building and a few classrooms that are finished. There's a lot of rain here on this island, and during the rainy season especially, the rain comes down from the hill above where this village is. As a result, we have a problem with erosion here. And as you can see, this ravine has been created because of the rain coming down from the mountain. While we were here, we talked to the king of this island, and he's going to help us to solve this, but we do need some support from our donors to help us with this project. And I wanted to point out something, that because we don't have running water yet, we haven't been able to finish the water project, bringing the spring water from 3 kilometers away. We still need funds to finish that, so the women have to carry water. We don't have water in the homes themselves. The homes are ready and have the plumbing and are ready to have running water, but we don't have the water or the storage tank. As a result, they're still using these outdoor kitchens, and we don't have electricity or even propane for the stoves, so they're using outdoor kitchens where they bring wood and they cook in the typical African style. And one of these kitchens here serves 2 or 3 families. Jumbo! You can see this island is a beautiful place. It's a peaceful place for children. They can grow up here, learn about Jesus, learn about the wonderful things of nature, and they can enjoy living in a home where they have a father and a mother. That's our goal for them, that they can learn what it is to have a family again. That's what they lost.
And what of Martin? Well, Martin now has a home at the Patmos Children's Village. Martin is doing very well in school, loves to play soccer, sings in the choir, and he wants to be a pastor when he grows up. Through ICC and the compassion of people like you, Martin's life has been restored. Many of ICC's children come from circumstances much like or even worse than Martin's. Children who've lost their families and been orphaned or abandoned because of disease, poverty, and conflict. These children have found hope, a future, and the love and security of a new family through ICC. It is only through the generosity and compassion of people like you that ICC can continue to create families for those children who have been so cruelly separated from the life they deserve. Please, won't you consider becoming a supporter of ICC so that more children like Martin can have a new home and loving family?